yesterday evening Pra Ajahn Puttarakita joined the Nampana session with Pra Ajahn and the novices. Some of the novices forgot to be mindful, so Pra Ajahn had them do a standing meditation before allowing them to have the Nampana. After some adequate rest, the novices prepared themselves for the next task. Before moving on to the other tasks, the novices tidied up the water pavilion together. Afterward, Pra Ajahn and the novices swept the floor under the cool shade of the trees. Pra Ajahn advised the novices to put their outer robes in their bags for convenience while they were working. The brooms that the novices used were made by the monks themselves. Following the forest dwellers' way, they tried to be self-sufficient as much as they could. The action of sweeping the leaves into the tree trunks provides many benefits. It fertilizes the soil and reduces heat absorption and water evaporation. Some of the novices enjoyed this work so much that they forgot to be mindful, so Pra Ajahn had to remind them to be conscious of their actions.
Have mindfulness.
Many Buddhists, as well as some of the novices' families, join the evening chant. In addition to Kalpan, Kenneth and Top, former novices from truelittlemonk, Thailand, also participated in the evening chant.
Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away.
Some of the novices could now recite the 10 precepts by heart. After that, the novices gathered in the study hall. Pra Ajahn showed a video of Ajahn Sumeto advising the novices to make the most of this opportunity.
Be mindful of the situation you're in. Being a samanera is like this, living, having a shaven head or a robe and so forth, and within the structure of the precepts, learning to observe your own reaction to conformity, to restriction, to different lifestyle. You're developing a wisdom faculty that will carry you through your whole life if you let it.
Pra Ajahn Soang briefly introduced Ajahn Sumeto as an American who had converted to Buddhism and became the first Western disciple of Ajahn Chah.
He came to Thailand for the English teaching, and then he interesting about the Buddhist, and he became a novice in Nong Khai on, I think, 1967, and he became a novice, and he became a monk for 1 year, I think. After that, he came to visit, living with Long Pacha on the 27 something. He training under Luang Por Cha for many years, for 11 years something. Luang Por Cha, asked Luang Por Sumeto to come to abbot Wat Pa Nana Cha International Monastery, and his first Western monk.
Then Pra Ajahn continued telling the story of the life of the Buddha. The story was about Siddhartha, while he was trying to focus and be mindful until he finally became enlightened at the age of 35.
This is before to the day of night of his enlightenment, where he sat down to the Bodhi tree, and there was this three knowledge that he got on that night. The first one was, so this is called the Samma Sambodhiyana, where he got enlightenment, where he got the knowledge of all the past lives. So this was the final knowledge that he got, and after that he got enlightenment as a Buddha.
The core of enlightenment is the Four Noble Truths, which include the truth of suffering, dukkha, the origin of suffering, samudaya, cessation of suffering, nirodha, and the path to the cessation of suffering, mokkha. After he became enlightened, the Buddha lived in vimutti sukha, which means the bliss of emancipation, for 7 weeks. After learning about the life of the Buddha, Pra Ajahn Puttarakita taught the novices about meditation.
What about standing meditation? What about walking meditation? Okay, what's meditation then?
It's a way to calm you down and get all the thoughts out of your mind so that you can calm down, and then when you're super mad, you can just go somewhere quiet and then meditate. And then you can calm down, and then you can go back.
Okay.
Meditation is to know what are we doing.
Yes, that means when you stand and you know that you are standing, you are meditating.
Pra Ajahn Puttarakita explained and demonstrated the standing and walking meditations in detail.
I like them to see what I'm doing. Yeah, so you see, I'm going to stand. When I stand, like this, I stand. When I stand, I make sure that my hands are like this, and then I relax my knees. I don't lock my knees, I relax them, like this. And then I stand there, but not with the eyes closed. Because if you close your eyes, you'll fall down. Right? So you stand like this, and then you cast your gaze in front of you, like this, and then you become aware of the whole body standing. From the top of the head to the feet, you become aware of the body standing. Without your eyes not closed, but cast your gaze in front of you. All right? So then you lift your foot like this. Your foot like this. Don't walk as if you walk on the moon, all right? You walk as natural as possible like this. You don't even have to look at your foot. You look in front of you, and then you walk like this. So you become aware you're placing your foot. And then you shift your body like this, and then you put your foot like this, all right? Like this. And then you walk like this. And when you reach at the end, you turn like this. You see how I'm turning? Like this? You see how I'm turning? Look down at my feet. I turn like this. You see how I'm turning? Like this. So that means the whole torso turning like this. All right? And then I walk. You become aware of lifting your foot and put it down. You lift like this, and then you put down. You become aware of this. All right?
The novices followed Pra Ajah's advice for meditation. Then Pra Ajahn took them outside the study hall to practice the walking meditation. The novices remained mindful in every step they took in silence. The wavering flame caused by the wind differed from the unwavering mindfulness of the monks and the novices. The stories Pra Ajahn shared at the study hall showed the Buddha's effort and dedication as he continued trying until he achieved enlightenment. It reflects that when there's a will, there's a way. As morning arrived, the last day of the second week began, and the monastic practices of the little novices continued in a more intense degree. Though the rain was pouring, nothing could obstruct the practice of Sekiawata. The morning chant went on as usual. Many of the novices were able to be more focused and fight against the hindrances. Despite the falling rain, the novices went for the alms round as usual. Pra Ajahn Puttarakita from the Uganda Buddhist Center, UBC, also joined the alms round this morning. Ajahn Chah always stresses the importance of doing the alms round. It is what all monks should do, even in countries where Buddhism is not widely known. He states that we reach for the people, not alms. Pra Ajahn Puttarakita was the first Ugandan monk who started spreading Buddhism in places where no one knew about it. He went for alms round to ignite faith in the people until he finally succeeded. Therefore, receiving offerings is a way to spread the Dhamma of the Buddha. Walking barefoot on the muddy ground might make the novices uncomfortable, but they managed to do it calmly. Today was another day that many Buddhists traveled here for the alms offering, even though the rain continued to pour down. the novices' families also joined in offering alms. This morning, Top and Kalpan, former novices from truelittlemonk Thai Year 7, volunteered to be temple boys. Going for the alms round in the rain was another challenge for the novices as their practice becomes more intense. Once they returned to the temple, the novices assisted Phra Ajahn by washing his feet to pay respect. Before taking their meal, Phra Ajahn had the novices recite the 10 precepts after they've been practicing it for a week. Although some of the novices had already managed to memorize the precepts, Phra Ajahn still encouraged them to perfect the verse.
Anunya siko bhagawa pancahi dasahi angke samana kata samrerang nase tun das kata mehi dasahi.
Some of the novices paired up with their friends before having Phra Ajahn assess them.
Musawatha veramani surameraya machapama khanthana veramani vikhala poshana veramani nachakhi tawatita visukathasana veramani
Adinadana veramani. Adinadana veramani.
As the novices reviewed their lessons, Jack joined the laywomen in making somtam, or papaya salad, for the offerings. Waiting for their food is another lesson for the novices. Many novices were able to remain calm while waiting for their food, so Phra Ajahn gave encouragement to all of the novices.
We have a lot of food today, so please be mindful. And remember, we can turn to be new novice every day. Whatever you've done yesterday that you feel not too good, so you can change, you can develop today.
Phra Ajahn Puttarakita joined the novices for breakfast and gave sermons about the 4 wheels of success before his return to America.
The Buddha said there are 4 wheels of success. One is associating with the wise. The second one is living in a suitable place. Another one, having done good things in the past. The fourth blessing is, and the will of success, is establishing yourself in the right path. So you are very lucky in this way. You are very blessed with ajans. The will is always a circle, right? So these four conditions are what we call the blessing and the four wheels of success. Okay, with that, we'd like to say sadhu for listening to this short Dhamma talk. This is the end of the Dhamma talk. And when the Dhamma talk ends, what do you do?
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
The novices' training gets more intense each day. As the third week of ordination is drawing closer, there are still many more lessons waiting for the novices in the future. After breakfast, the novices quickly clean their utensils. The proper way to clean the alms bowls is to wash them until there is no odor, nor any grease left. Then wipe them until they're dry and put them in the shoulder straps. The Vinaya outlines rules on how to use and properly take care of the alms bowls, since they are important requisites, especially for the forest-dwelling monks. The alms bowl is considered both a kitchen and a suitcase. This is because monks use alms bowls to receive food from Buddhists. When they have to go and stay in the forest, alms bowls can be used as bags to put their belongings inside. So the monks need to take good care of their alms bowls to prevent damage and to make them last a long time. This is why Pra Ajahn reminded the novices to wash and wipe the alms bowls carefully and always be mindful while doing so. Although the novices have been ordained for a week, putting the alms bowls in the straps is still a difficult task for many of them.
This is a bit too tight somehow. Thank you.
Some of the novices could do it more easily, and they were ready to give their fellow novices a hand.
Look how beautiful this is. Look, I did it all by myself.
Patience.
I'm done. Look at this
Can you please
beautiful
help me
lake.
with my lid, please?
Why does it keep this? Is beautiful.
While teaching the novices to put the alms bowls in the straps, Pra Ajahn shared his experiences in practicing patience when hindrances occur during meditation.
I don't know, but I'm still gonna go to the toilet.
No, wait.
What? No, yes, no, wait.
Patience.
No,
Look,
I
first.
can't be patient about going to the bathroom. The more I
You know, one time
look at this.
I was in a patimokkha. You know patimokkha?
What's a patimokkha?
It's a recitation of the monk's rule. It goes on for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I was really wanted to go to toilet, but I didn't go because already elder monks were there already. So I thought it would be not nice that I go stand up and go again. I just wait for 1 hour.
After the meal, Pra Ajahn and the monastic mentors taught the little novices about the forest dwellers' way of life and how the monks have to make things themselves. On this morning, Pra Ajahn taught the novices how to make coconut brooms.
we have a scissors, saw, hacksaw.
I don't want to touch any of them.
So Than Kitipanya will show you the rubber method. It's a rubber method. This is a string, so I will show you the string method. And Than Kitipanya will show you the rubber method. So can I get a stick? One stick. Okay, I got one.
Coconut brooms are widely used to sweep the leaves and big pieces of garbage from courtyards and lawns. The first step in making a coconut broom is to trim and collect the leaves from the coconut branch. Then both sides of the leaves are separated, dried in the sun, and any excess is shaved off. Finally, they are collected and tied to the broomstick. While Pra Ajahn was demonstrating how to make a coconut broom, he also told the novices about its features.
Coconut is better because it rots quite slow. Other sticks can rot quite fast because this coconut palm has oil on its own in these leaves, so it stays longer. It doesn't rot easily.
Then Pra Ajahn taught the novices how to choose the best materials for their brooms.
Select the bristles. I take the long ones first. With a so I'll do this. But for me, it might take longer. So it's a very long method that they bring out these bristles. They have to cut it with a knife, like this one in picture, as picture.
The coconut broom of the forest-dwelling monks uses the inner tube of a car tire to tie the fronds to the bamboo broomstick. It was difficult for the novices to do this perfectly.
Okay, you
So
put
this
your
is a
thumb.
very long process.
Yes, it's really hurt. You put your thumb here, and this one is underneath the thumb, and then this one you put it over it to lock it. This is the harder part. It's not easy to do.
Pra Ajahn gave advice and assistance to the novices.
I try to keep it in. I'll take it, mate.
How do you
Figure
lock
out.
it?
Put it in. Put it in. Put it in.
Okay. You can let go.
More. Hit it more. Put
How
it
do you,
more.
how do you lock it?
We're trying. We're tasting.
Okay, let go.
Okay.
Helping each other on every matter reflects the sympathetic and hospitable minds of both the junior and senior monks. Helping each other helps promote harmony among the novices and the monks and brings forth the kindness in their living together. Pra Ajahn taught the novices the last technique in making the broom.
Is it a good one or a bad one?
It's not. It's not too good. It's not too bad. You can sweep, then it's okay. If you want the best one, you need to do probably 2 rounds.
In addition to teaching the novices how to use an inner tube to tie up the broomstick, Pra Ajahn also taught some novices how to use a nylon rope, which is actually more difficult to do.
You grab with your left hand, like this, and you put it up to the string, and you twist from the side. And with this hand, you put it like this. You take it from here, right? And then you put it inside, and you just tight it. And you have to, in order to make tight, you have to roll, and you have to hold this tight and roll.
It's not the same length.
Roll. It's okay because we are going to cut it.
And we're not perfectionists. Try now.
Yeah.
Ajahn Chah once said to the monks at Wat Nong Pa Pong that we have to live a simple life as locals. Nothing should be complex. Live simply and adaptably. Learning to make coconut brooms and other appliances by themselves is part of the novice's learning process to truly live in the monkhood. The morning rain had cooled down the temperature for the afternoon. Now it was time for the novices to do an activity which helped promote their development. This afternoon, the novices got to use their imagination as well as practice mindfulness through an activity called Brushing of Mindfulness with Aniwat Akarasutikon, or Ban, a mindfulness artist. Jack also participated in this activity. Ban began by asking the novices to meditate to prepare themselves for the activity. Shortly after the activity started, the rain began to pour again, so everybody had to move into the study hall. Hunter, a psychologist, was also there to observe the session. Ban explained his own way of making art and introduced Mandala drawing to the novices. He demonstrated and shared his techniques of drawing to the novices before letting them give it a go.
So, the mindfulness artists have no right and no wrong. You can do anything in it, but to be mindful and know what you are doing, okay? And it can be meaning and no meaning too. I mean, you can draw a leaf and you can draw any form that have meaning. It's okay. And it has no beauty. The mindfulness art is not just a beauty. It's just a tool to brush up your heart, to be kindness, to be comparison, okay? It's just one of the tools, okay? And the key of doing this is to breathe while you're doing it, okay? Breathe normally and relaxing.
Mandala or Monton in Thai is a visual style that's usually seen in Mahayana and Vajrayana Buddhism. It signifies the place where the Buddha and the Bodhisattva reside. The monks in both branches usually use mandala during their ceremonies. Drawing mandala is another form of mental training. Therefore, mandala is used to treat mental illnesses, since drawing can help people express their emotions and subconscious, which helps psychiatrists understand their patients better. At present, there are many forms of mandala drawings in terms of color and shape, depending on each person's creativity. Once the novices finished their mandala, Ban asked the novices to paint with another method, using various big brushes to paint on huge pieces of paper.
I think this activity would be very fun But we have to be very mindfulness because maybe they mess up a lot. And I don't want your robe to be dirty. This is my first time to do this. What kind of paint do I have to do? You don't have to think it first what you're gonna doing. I don't think it. I just stroke the brush and after that I just imagine what it look like. It can be abstract paint, it's okay.
The novices took their time to create their own imaginative paintings. Afterwards, Ban invited the novices to share what they had learned from this activity.
I learned today that if when we paint and there was no right, no wrong, how messy we can fix it. I can do a mess and then I fix it to be more beautiful. We have patience, we learn about patience, and the one I like is the Jaden's one because he has patience because it's not messy.
If you do a mistake, you can also fix it. And even if you do a really, really bad mistake, just try and put in some more paint and it will clear it out and it'll look good and you'll hardly see it. That was my small one. It got a bit weird on the side because from small it went to big. And that one, though, it was the one that I had all the paint mixed together. And then at the end, I tried to put on some more paint, and then it turned out right.
I learned that if you have mindfulness when doing art, you can make it more neat and it can come out better how you wanted it to. You can think creatively when facing obstacles.
Today I learned that you have to be mindful to paint pictures of like this picture. You need to be mindful to paint every picture you paint.
I like your stroke here. Show the courage here. So it's just a one stroke, right? Yeah. It means he has no fear here.
Good
really,
job.
Really nice.
Ban concluded at the end that this activity had morals for the novices to keep in mind for the future.
So there's a lot of mess here, but everyone can do a lot of mess. But what we have learned that I think next time we will have more mindfulness, right? We do less mess, okay? It's okay, anyone can do the wrong. It's like an art. It can be wrong and can be right. Okay? Keep mindfulness and also keep breathing every time. Okay?
Novice Pratik,
So,
do you have anything you
thank
wanna
you
say?
a lot. I have learned a lot today here too.
This afternoon's activity gave the novices a chance to use their imaginations and create their own works freely. This kind of activity benefits the mental and intellectual development of youth, and also serves as a foundation for them to transform into efficient adults. Please follow the summary of daily routines tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. Follow us worldwide through the streaming on www.truelittlemonk.com or Facebook True Little Monk. The dual language broadcast is available on True Vision channels 60 and 99 and True Vision HD channels 119 and 333 and True Blupanya channel. The dual language live broadcast is accessible 24 hours on True ID and True Blupanya applications. We would like to invite all Buddhists to an alms offering of dried food for True Little Monk, a wisdom training program for novices, at 6 o'clock a.m. at Wat Ba Sai Ngam, Det Udom, Ubon Ratchathani. All episodes of the Daily Reel documentary of True Little Monk are available on YouTube.